Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Marketing Legos Thought Leader interview. My name is Harshit, and I'm the Director of Business Alliances of two amazing marketing SaaS tools, RankWatch and Websignals. I've got Fernando Raymond with me today. Fernando is the founder and CEO of a London-based digital agency, ClickDo, and the hosting company, SeekaHost. A big welcome to you, buddy. I'm so happy to host you today.
Hey, Harshit. So really good to get on this interview, and been a long time. We have been chatting about getting to do the interview for a long time, but since last month, here we are. And let's get this going and share anything about SEO, some of the things that I know. It's interesting to talk to you and about the RankWatch and know a lot of things because I checked the tool, and interesting. So I also have some things to ask from you as well.
Brilliant, buddy. Let's do it. So let's start from the very beginning of your journey, buddy. The place you were raised, what were you like as a young child, and how you made your way up to your professional journey so far?
I mean, young child, raised in several countries from very young age in Doha, Qatar, and then in Sri Lanka. A lot of traveling around because my dad used to work in many countries, right? So I was lucky to be on the flight and go, and then I moved to UK, and then that was how I was actually, because a lot of traveling. So getting back to that thing that really got me is to think like the freedom, the travel, the exploring new opportunities. So my mindset was always like very curious. I want to find the way rather settling. This is the way it is. So that's been my mindset throughout my years of growing and like exploring. Want to tap in what are the opportunities in the world, what more can be done, rather being settling to what's said, this is the way it is. So that's the way, because I think my travel and my my opportunity to see the world got me to that level. And then what happened is like how I got into this, what I'm doing right now, the business to entrepreneurship and SEO, which I did before starting SeekaHost, was also like I wasn't really happy with the job and I was doing, right? So we went to study, went to uni, even get a master's, thought that's the way to get another job that you want. Then I felt like when I was in a job, I wasn't really fulfilled, right? So I want to see like what can I do to have things under my control and add more value to the more people rather just at one place, right? So that's where I came across SEO. I think I read it on Forbes when I was looking for rising industries with more demand that anybody can do from just a laptop and internet connection. I saw SEO. This is back in 2013. While I was in one of these offices, I was working in UK, right? And then I read about it, and I'm like, maybe I can learn this. Right, so that's the starting point. Got hooked, and I was like, okay, because the Google is really the hype at that time, right? Everybody wants to Google, the giant, the search engine, Google skills, advertising. So I knew, and also those articles and more that I read got me to think like this could be big. And then my hook point was there are millions of business owners already, and they are going to be willing to find people who can do Google advertising, Google AdWords, traffic generation. So when I saw that, okay, I'm like, let's read everything on the planet about it and try to start testing. So that's how so this is 2014, 2013, and I left the job, came on, moved to London. So I was in the West Midlands in Worcester, where I was living for a long time though, half a decade. And then I moved to London and just like putting myself to learn everything about SEO, started my own blog, applied the stuff. It rang, phone started ringing. So I started doing WordPress training and things like that. And then on the other side, I actually made it aware because I didn't know how to get the clients, right? So I know the SEO skill now slightly. I wouldn't say I knew really well. So I met my lawyer one day, and I was like, I was making aware everybody like, I can rank your sites on Google. So then she said like, okay, I had this one of the clients of her inquired about SEO, anybody knows how to rank on Google. So, and then she's like, okay, this is the number, maybe contact him, give him a call, send an email and see. That's exactly what I did. Met the guy, up to date, he's a client. So for the last 7 years at ClickDo, he's still a client, request as one, paying every month, right? So it's been the longest waiting client and the first ever client. And And that's actually the client I learned SEO, and we applied everything. And that's the game. So 2014, 15, full into SEO. 16, SEO was easy at that time. You build a bunch of PBN backlinks, it goes to the top.
True, true.
That's like the startup story, you know? Yeah.
Brilliant, man. And let's talk about SeekaHost. When did that happen? And what all cool things do you do under that?
So so the SeekaHost thing, guys, if you see that I got the SeekaHost, living, breathing, living, this is my life right now. Because the ClickDo is the digital agency, and the team runs it. I'm like, only I would like once a month have a look and talk to some of the managers, see how things are when they're running it's going right. So the clients, everybody's served, and so it's going on. So now my full focus and what I'm doing is SeekaHost, and SeekaHost story was basically as a part of SEO, because I was doing SEO at ClickDo, so I was ranking #1 for SEO consultant London. People knew me. That's how thousands of people got to know me from India, all around the world, and everything, right? So I started a group call, because at that time I used a technique called private blog networks. So I'm maybe one of the very first people who studied, because I read how Google works is by backlinks. If more sites backlink to a particular site, and if the content is relevant and good, that site goes up in the ranks. So what I did, I built most of those sites, put relevant content, build the backlinks, right? SEO was like super easy at that time, 2014, 15. So I started a group also to, as a community, share my knowledge, and which is called PBN Demystified. Right now on Facebook, over 10,500 people are there. And I was basically talking the hype, what I'm doing. So also on that group, help us to get people also trade backlinks and all. So that's a part of how it went. So I was talking about PBNs and the stuff, and people asking, I started to see, because to build the PBNs, we were using those IP address hosting to keep the networks and things genuine, and these are really good blogs, not those dodgy blogs people think like, oh, PBN, is it good or anything? No, these are real website, publish good content, which tells a story and reference about another site, which helps to ranks, right? So I had the group, and I had a domain name also, which I actually bought on from a domain hunting person, which is SeekaHost.com, right? Which used to be a hosting company back in 2000. It was one of the oldest hosting companies in the world, right? So I bought this, I had this, and I was teaching PBN stuff, the hosting, the requirements, everything. So people were asking, like, bro, where are you getting hosting from? Tell us to that. And I'm like, I'm seeing the demand, right? I'm like, so at that time I had a person dedicatedly working and sorting all my PBN hostings and all IP addresses, making sure it's all unique and things like that. So I'm like, so I got him, got Kasun, had a chat, and we're like, we're launching a web hosting company. Let's do this. Let's figure it out, because he knew the systems and all the things. So in a few days, we figure out how this all the SaaS model picks up, the subscription model, how you set up, connecting the servers, all these things. So this is back in 2015. We launched it under ClickDo. So ClickDo was the company, mother company. Seeka was underneath as a branch. And first week, we got the over 100 clients basically from the group of launching. People, because at that time we were like super cheap. I'll put the price as $10 and make it still 90% off. So but we got the hook, and that's the start of SeekaHost underneath ClickDo back in 2015. And then we ran it that way 16, 17 till 18, till it get to a certain amount of clients, like the first 1,000 clients plus. And also we felt it's time to really go as a separate business, separate staff, separate thing, completely have it, because when people pay, they're like still going and speeding, they're paying for ClickDo. When more and more new people start coming as customers who didn't know me, they don't know what's ClickDo, right? Yeah. So that's how the ball started. So 2018 SeekaHost, we made it as a separate company in the UK, and then we launched in several countries. And SeekaHost is the best thing that I did so far right now, because yeah, it's the thing, because we have people now, we're selling business hosting, WordPress hosting, PBN hosting. We are the leader in the world, right? And now we launched through the Seeka panel, SeekaHost.app, one of the WordPress hosting control panels. I would say it's the easiest ever WordPress hosting control panel, right? Anybody, because I built it in a manner, how could even my mom or dad can literally go and press button, buy a domain, 3 clicks, 4th click to install WordPress, and then WordPress open, right? So these days, a lot of things building up. So we are these days, what we are building is like the complete e-com solution, right? So now we have the entire thing, people can get it up, but we now merge the developers working. It's like the e-commerce solution, the land page. So it's a little bit of like Shopify. There are providers in the world. Wix, they have their templates and the stuff. So that's what's getting developed. So next year we will have a fully integrated solution. Any person buy the domain, host it, have it literally have their shopping carts and everything page ready to get started, take photos, upload the products, start selling, domain, hosting, everything. So that's where SeekaHost is heading, and it's really a hobby for me and my team. We just like work nonstop, and it's going good. So since the pandemic, I would say, because everybody started going online,
That's true.
And every minute somebody's buying hosting or domains.
That's true. It was actually, we've been lucky that, pandemic actually gave the sector good boom altogether.
Digital
marketing sector. So yeah, that's a blessing, to be honest. And a lot of agencies, a lot of SaaS tools, they have really, bumped up their business.
Oh yeah, man.
2x,
It
3x.
really bumped. It went crazy. I think I felt everybody's buying domains. That's why you can see how hard Google is going on the web hosting industry. Google now ranked because for personal web hosting, it's one of the good keywords for us, for SeekaHost. We rank, it's not a huge one, but it's been really good with a lot of related terms. And we are ranked on the first page, number 5 or so globally, right?
Nice.
And Google is now coming and ranking next to us for personal web hosting, and they of course try to sell it as a cloud hosting. And then I'm like, wow, because for the web hosting business, SEO is the crucial thing, either paid ads or organically. Paid ads are very expensive, organically being on the first page. So PBN hosting, we are on the top 3. I have 2 pages ranked, SeekaHost app and the SeekaHost.com. I ranked it by, I think, 2016 or so. Since then, we were not spending on ads at that moment. I wasn't bought into Google Ads, all about organic SEO. I'm not paying for ads. I rank it, get the orders come. So since then, it really starts coming. 2018, we are like, we're making money properly, right? Let's pay something to Google. And it really maximizes, when you pay on Google Ads work really well. So, but Google is the place for the web hosting business. And now Google ranks number 1 for domain name registration.
That's true.
Cloud, like business web hosting, personal web hosting, I think like a 1 month time, they will be number 1. So it's crazy, man. The biggest players are in the industry.
Yep. I completely. Let's talk about ClickDo, man. There are tons of service offerings that you have. Please tell us about that and, some of the core expertise of the agency.
The core expertise, we are a SEO agency. I'm in a digital marketing agency right now, a full cycle digital marketing agency that helps businesses get started online with a website, build it the right way with the right UI, with the highest conversion optimization. And then once you build it, where you're going to get the traffic because you want to sell. So we help businesses get the clicks that they can convert into money, right? That's the core of ClickDo. And it's a digital marketing agency in London. And we provide local businesses. That's how we got even started. That's one main thing we offer. But now we serve clients, but we now offer a lot of the PR, press releases, backlinks, guest posting services, because that's a very scalable thing. Clients wise, there is a number you can manage. Life gets harder when you even hit 50 recurring clients. You get mental because always there are 10 clients calling on a day because the ranks shuffle. Right. Sure. So we have the clients thing going, but we are really into now the PR side, which is because that's what businesses need end of the day to rank. However, as client contracts, we are not like really, we have several, like as I said, the very first clients are still there. So holders who knows us, understand the game, they are there. But new clients we are very, very picky who we want to take, because like Google updates comes, man. So Google comes, slaps the rank, and then it's nightmare for SEO agency consultants. So we are providing basically search engine optimization, Facebook ads, Google advertising, Google AdWords, which is a very scalable thing and very predictable getting clients. If the landing page is good, if the product price is right, the service is right, it is standing out comparing to the market. At least you're good as what market is providing. If your price and the service and the product is good, you send the traffic, it converts. Right. So we do a lot of Google advertising, and even for the organic clients, we do SEO. We really say, dude, you know, to do Google AdWords also. Know the keywords, go after the right keywords, and maximize your chances. So that's what ClickDo does.
Brilliant, man. Like when it comes to client, who is an ideal fit? Because you just mentioned that now you have become very picky when it comes to service clients. Any specific industry that you cater to, or any size of business that you cater to?
We like clients who got the money, not the clients who want to survive with SEO. So early days we start. Now we don't even start clients who just build a website. We tell like, guys, because a site to get matured and the stuff, there are some things to do. You're not going to get any results paying to agency monthly and expecting 3 months to 4 years. That's not going to happen. So that's why we run Google AdWords. So ideal client is the client who has the business going. He's not trying to survive from SEO. Of course, so basically, see, it's a dentist. So we work with a lot of dentists, orthodontists in London. They are anyway making money from their intake because the area people know them. However, they want to maximize for new patients by being visible on Google. So that client already have money, easy to work with. Majority, at least, they are easy because for them to pay in the return, it's nothing. Right? So orthodontists, cosmetic surgeons, like hair transplant, dentists, they are anyway got the money, surviving, they're doing really fine. SEO is not there, they're like, fine, Google is closed, who cares? We're running. Right? So that kind of business is basically surviving. So they're not going to pay the next month and ask like, when am I going to, like, so, so that's one of the ideal clients. And also lawyers, which is a very corporate lawyers. Like, so how we do this game, if you search, like, if you look at like, we have lawyers in Canary Wharf in lawyers. So we have ClickDo sites now, which are ranking and already owning the keywords.
Oh, nice.
For lawyers, restaurants. So we have business.clickdo. We build an authority blog, right? We have London Business News, those sites. So these sites goes after. So Hatton Garden Jewelers is a keyword with like over 10K traffic. Every jeweler in London, which is the Hatton Garden, is the core area with billionaires, celebrities come to buy jewelry. So they want to rank there. Already with this keyword, we own number 1. So we have London Business News. So we have ranked it number 1. And so when we pitch, we are like, we already ranking. You can either list on there on the position, £1,000 per listing. Also, at the same time, pay us to do SEO. We'll also get you here because they're like, so those industries which have money, we try to go off them. So we have industries like pest control companies, rubbish removal companies, right? So we also try to do, so we go after clients who we already proven to work, and we have a case study that the client can trust, and they've seen us. We show them the traffic. We're like, we've done it. We are there. We're already getting traffic. Yeah. Let us do this for you. So that, because before the days I used to get clients for anything who willing to pay money, they don't even know. They think when you pay money next month, the ranks are there. Right? So that's not that. So that is no more. So we try to take even clients. Ideal client is a client who got the money and understanding of SEO, and also to taking things further. We try to take clients in industries that we've proven and we know A to Z about how that industry works. SEO wise, what's the competition? What backlinks did we do to rank that, right? And because we see that industry so much, when we look at the first page, we know a newcomer. We quickly do a full check. If a newcomer comes to the first page and there for like a week, we do a full checkup for them. We decode their backlinks, their content strategy, all those things. So that's how we pick the ideal client that we can actually serve. And we can do. So that's why when we pick a client like that, they go forever, So yeah, that's the ideal pick, and that's how we work at ClickDo.
Brilliant, man. And how's the client journey in your organization? Like, what exactly the first 30 days looks like, and What process do you have in place?
First 30 days, they come on board, on-page fixes and everything. How we do when we load them, we tell them this is exactly what your site is missing and the stuff. And first 30 days, making if any there are fixes to happen. And then a lot of content marketing, the blogging. We agree weekly blogging, so our writers will do that. And the other thing, PR, which is PR is what is the proper press that get the links. So we have them agreed. We will say depend on their retainer. So if a client is paying £2,000 a month or 1,500 a month, we have a certain thing. If a client is willing to pay 3,000 a month, it's a different thing. If a client is like, dude, let's blow up the money 6K, 8K in a month. I only want to do 3 months. I want the best possible link. So we do a thing. We say we can get this many. We can get you an entrepreneur. We can get you on Forbes. We can get you the biggest places. And so it's a thing. And we have deliverables agreed weekly wise, monthly wise. Every month a client get a full report of all the links, all the work happen, right? And for clients in the very minimum ranges, right? So they are very lower thing. I think we still have some clients at the lowest. I think paying I don't know, 700 or 800 this time. No, 600. That's they've been there for long. Their SEO is there. They are ranking. So very listings to do. So then we just have a set of things to be done for them, not heavy links or anything, because the right site is ranking. We just have to maintain, and then client also don't expect to ask what's been happening, right? They just keep on paying money. So there are things like that. The first 30 days, of course, really differs. But if it's if it's a new site, brand new, so the first 30 days directory listings, the blogging, certain number of articles going on, and then of course PR. You're not going to get hundreds of links straight away on the first month, right? Several links which kind of like the reference to that site. So it's a very custom plan depending to the industry, to the website. Where the website is, it a brand new, is it an old, is it a site that done so much SEO and it just stuck at number 7 and now it's on to go to number 10, number 1, right? So it's a completely different approach. First month, first 3 months and things like that. We try to get clients at 3 month, first 3 month commitment. So it's a 3 month contract. Like some we take if it is links only, but we try to say like, I mean, it's 3 months, 1 month, you might not even see any movement much.
Yeah, definitely. Like, especially when you're doing SEO, it does take a lot of time to kick in. Even though like, an established brand with, good SEO optimizations and, link building done in past, then also like, when a new guy takes over, definitely to post result, you need some time. You need to do homework and, work on the strategies. So makes sense. And, one of the good things, Fernando, you just mentioned is like, you focus a lot onto online PR. And that is one of the most overlooked strategy. It is important, no doubt on that, for the fact that, a lot of money-making keyword that, your client businesses should focus on. Maybe the top position is already being taken by a PR site, and or a PR site with a listing article altogether. So it works so fantastically well, but then also it's overlooked. And there are a lot of benefits, and we'll talk about that. But it's brilliant that you guys are focusing onto it. What do you recommend? Like at what stage a business should start investing into digital PR? What's your take on that?
Before even starting the website? No, it's crazy. Like it's true. We tested crazy stuff, how PR can do, right? Okay. So basically so before SeekaHost app comes, I already start seducing the app. So you can see I'm about to launch cheap domains for .ae domains for Dubai. I already tweeted about it. I already mentioned to SeekaHost.app is about to launch. Page haven't even gone live. Yep. When page goes live, it's straight away. So if you Google keywords like cheap.com domains, cheap.co.uk domains, cheap Canada domain, cheap IN domains, right? So we do the digital PR almost when the page goes live, or even before we create the hype and the content, everything is ready. Because I mean, it's not overlooked. It's like the most important. We tested on industry in a way I don't even know. Google knows it, how it works. Google works. Right? Even Google algorithms can't shake it then. So we tested digital PR at a way by getting the links on every single biggest site on the planet. The site rank for a keyword, it's unshakable with the site links, everything. Google updates, doesn't matter. Google, nothing mattered. They are ranking number one for now several years. Several updates went on. So that site, we build it. I will later drop it to you Sky publicly because it's a client site and all. We did a lot of they literally like whatever the money. 10,000 pounds this month, let's do it. 6,000 pounds, one link, let's do it. Because they know at number one, for their two keywords, it's bowling, phone is ringing, call center, they could scale call centers, right? So it's a service industry. That's one of the most highest demand service with a lowest price per job at like 100 pounds to 100 plus, which goes up to 300 and above per job, right? And for them to get a click, it's like 10 pounds and plus to get a click. So they're still doing Google AdWords also. They're now in like domination method, right? So to get that thing, so we did minus your normal way, build the site, everything. It was struggling to go to number. So we reverse engineered the number one ranking guy. Where do they get the links from? Number two guy, where do they get the linking from? Then what we thought, if we get all this PR, it's digital PR, it's outreach. But you outreach and you get a call and ask like, how many you want? What's your price? They're like 2,000 pounds. Okay, I'll send you 2,200. Do the link tomorrow morning. Let's do it. Like with articles and all, content. Right?
Yeah, it has to look organic altogether.
It's just not like, like publishing on a dodgy site or anything.
Yeah.
You planned it. So digital PR means a very strategic plan and cater to the audience. So so this it's basically that digital PR. We did it, we tried it, and it went to number one. So this went to number one back in 2019 mid. Since then, how many updates were there?
Yep.
Number one. It's like, so then we realized at that level of PR, why we call it digital PR is basically public relation. Getting down to the really raw, it's basically buying publications, right? Buying guest posts, right? Buying guest posts on the biggest sites on the planet, which is every biggest site, news site in the UK, every news site. There is not even anything. We literally went and got on everything. And then we are like, whoa, nobody can control the ranks after that.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Actually, you know, when you do it on a really authoritative site, and there are ways, you know, after even publishing.
Oh, there are ways. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur.
Like crazy.
You know, I'll tell you one more thing, like SeekaHost app. So how I trigger it before even launching, how I take up, because of going back to your question, you asked when should the deal PR get started? For me, at least, as soon as I got the idea and the business is ready to move. So say that the product is getting built and it's sure shot it's coming, I would create the boost. So I don't want it to come and start. I would create the hype, right? So I have publications on Entrepreneur. Really good. I have mentions on Forbes. There are ways to go. You reach out to the people who write, the journalists and all. You contact them. You ask like, dude, I'm willing to give a little bit of ideas and the thing. Do you think you will edit that article? Not everybody's going to accept it. Some are like, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it and I'll give you a mention. I like your thing. So I have SeekaHost like that's how you get links from Wikipedia, right? Yeah. So there is it's public relation done digitally, which calls digital PR.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? A lot of young industries, say crypto and all, they do realize it. And you know, whenever they're launching a new coin or anything, you know, around blockchain, you'll always find a PR before the launch. They build a good hype about it. So they understand it. But a lot of old businesses, established businesses, they do not get the drift of it and how important it is to be included in your digital marketing strategy altogether, which is sad. But
that's why all these companies, new SaaS businesses and the online business came and took over. Just imagine those established brick and mortar businesses on time merged into online and capitalize on their websites and the traffic. These newcomers would have had no time, no chance, because these guys already have offline traffic and people know their shops and stuff and the service. So just imagine, and there was an accountant who provides accounting service based in Bangalore. always people came to his accounting office and hired him. Yeah. But he never went online. But if he went online, had the presence right, his brand is already known, and he could have said to his people who are coming, go to my online, pay there. Let's do it virtually. And then it goes viral, right? He could have blown up, but they were late. They were snapped into that. And then newcomers came and took over. So these brick and mortar people don't even have people walking in because the pandemic happened, lockdowns happened, they're out of business.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about your process. One of the big things that you do is, doing local businesses SEO. Would love to know, like, what are the steps that you usually,
You mean not do, what do you mean? How the steps, what we would apply if we are doing?
Yep. Local, like your local business SEO steps.
Local business. So at ClickDo, we still do local business SEO. The first steps are like, so if you're doing to a client, let me say, right? If you're doing to a client, either we build the site, which we really like. We try to build the website in WordPress. People still tell, build on other platforms. I tested it. WordPress has a little bit of a easy code that Google bots or things like it ranks better, no matter how it's easier. So we try to, so if the client comes and they have the site in Wix or like some other, yeah, so we are like, dude, only Wix ranks on Wix, not any other site, because Wix has authority. Likewise, right? So you can rank it, but there are a lot of things. So we will try to build a website or convert it to WordPress, and then we will build the website in the right way. And if they have already a website in WordPress, we're like, okay, this is what needs to be done. Full audit about the website, what's happening. And then we also look at the backlink profile. Do they have backlinks? What are they missing? What are the competitors in the top 10 have? We use Href, or there are different tools, right? And we will even get an idea, have a look, and then we identify this is the strategy that needs to be implemented for this tool, and where are the ranks. Like we will look at the rank checking and how we can actually use. There are so many rank tracking. I mean, the RankWatch also gives the rank check, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah. I was checking like the thing. So likewise, and the ranks, where is it ranking right now? Is it ranking? Is it not ranking? Do a full keyword research. Identify the core keywords, have a full document, try to seek into one one-page document on top of all the other things. The core thing so we write a one-page document for the first month. So it's like a 1A4 level on the thing. So it's easy. We pass on to the SEO managers, and the client gets a copy. He knows what's happening. So that's the approach. So then once it fixed, end of the month, tick, 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 all done. So it would mostly have at large 10 points. Or else if it's a website that's been much, it's like 5-6 core points to be done, which includes also the fixing the backlink. Do we have to disavow the bad backlinks? Do we have to change the content? Do we have to change content on what pages? All right. So that's the one-page strategies are very thing. We have that one page, the person consultant, they're like, that's what needs to be reported to the client end of the month. That's done on the first month. Right, so that's the unloading, have the pack, the plan and the thing, and that's what's been approached to when loading a local SEO client, because the first 30 days, it's very crucial, because especially when you're taking a local SEO client, they paid first month when start, second month before they pay, they're like, did my work happen? Right? So that's very important how you, because it takes like 3 months to trust to build, and then onwards clients like, let's keep on rolling if the ranks are moving. So
any CRM that you use, for your client management part specifically?
We have the CRM, which is ClickDo own CRM, a client portal we have built. So we have inbuilt one for invoicing, the client records, clients, the reporting, not reporting, basically like their documentation. So for the pertinent client, there will be a account inside our portal that we will have a fold uploaded. That folder, anybody who's involved in that project can click and see this was the first month's plan. So say I wrote the plan, they will see the plan as a document. So it's a CRM we have for the client management.
That's brilliant.
And industry wise, we are open for a lot of things right now. I don't know what the guys are maybe using. If they are using anything, so I've given them complete autonomy to use anything, and they use different things, different tools. We use almost all the tools, and we get hooked with one and we continue that.
Gotcha. And anything specifically for your project management and task management, mainly for the operations part that you use internally?
Yeah. So task and operations management, our entire the staffing manager, and we have the ClickDo HR like an HRM system, the CRM, which is also from the people the staff owns, like the client details, right? So customer build it, so we have a system like that, and that holds the client's folder, client's account details, did the client pay the accounts, and also connected with our accounting system, which is merging with the invoices and everything, which is also connected with QuickBooks. So we have those really. And anything's, I mean, email softwares and all, I know like HubSpot, like one of the companies is using for some, SeekaHost is using a bit, right? And then I don't think we have Slack we use, not sure, very sure we are still using, right? And so yeah, that's about these things.
Gotcha. And since you're catering like both the big enterprise clients as well as small businesses, how different is your approach when it comes to SEO altogether?
Enterprise, if the ranks are there, however, depending on the, I wouldn't say we dealt with huge enterprise brand names, right? I don't even call they're not like, we didn't deal with anybody like Apple or anything like doing SEO. Some people put that, right? So
like, business.
I've done training for people who worked at different big name brands, but I can't say that's one of my clients. I trained the staff, right? Yeah. I used to do SEO training, so I had some major names, but I can't quote that I did SEO for them. I don't even know that staff is existing there anymore, right? So likewise, so we have many, even those brands, small business, of course, the industry gives, this is small, this is big. If you have this many employees, it's big. If you have this many, so we work with interesting companies, right? Who has a passion to do what they are doing, right? So the same thing they are doing, maybe, so like SeekaHost, you can call a small business, but Google, you can call a big business. Both offering same thing. We offer cloud hosting, we offer domains, we offer WordPress hosting, we have business hosting, we have a Minecraft servers. But because of the number of employees and the numbers, we are small, they're big, yeah. So but we also, so like, yeah. And approach wise, it depends with their market, right? And their budget. Of course, the small and mid thing could be an enterprise who can pay 10K straight away. Yeah, so in the one of the best niches, if anybody wants to go into SEO, go and do SEO for cryptocurrency people, but now it's dropping. Now not the best time to get them, but it's going to go up again. Definitely. Right? So those Bitcoin guys and all, they when they order even content, they order like their bill is like 10,000 plus. That's like nothing, So the biggest clients who are paying was in the crypto industry, guest postings and all. They were like 100 guest posts, 10 on London business. It's okay. 10,000 pounds, 100 guest posts. Likewise, that's how they would order stuff. So those are niches that if anybody have going to SEO or anything, I would advise those are rich niches really. Might be a little turbulence, hold on. Things will be there. And yeah, so approach depends of the differentiation, small and big is, do they have the budget and how competitive is their niche, right? So.
Gotcha. And, when it comes to like tracking the SEO outcome altogether, which main KPIs do you, definitely keep track of and report to your customers as well? That might differ. SEO analyst would need tons of more data compared to your customers. But what are the main key parameters that you work on?
One of the parameters that we can justify report to clients that we report every month is backlinks. Client want to see how many backlinks were accumulated. So we want to see that's built, and it's show in different tools. There are several tools, right, that shows the backlinks and all. And we will, so one of the main things are because we know if the backlinks are coming, if the backlinks authority is good, ranks are climbing, right? If the backlinks come from Google, so backlinks are a major thing. And then of course the ranks. So the backlinks help the sites to push, which helps the ranks to go up. So those are two our main parameters. If backlinks comes and ranks still don't go up, client is not happy anyway, right? So backlinks, rank, so more backlinks coming, ranks going up, traffic goes up, and then the conversion. And then some clients we have they are going to ranks went up, traffic came up, no sales. And that's a big problem, right? Then that's a parameter to go down and dig down. Is the price right? What is the industry offer? So then we have to do like a full investigation about, okay, now you got the ranks, now you got the traffic. Maybe if the bounce rate is not that bad, if it's bouncing, why is the reason? So our parameter in sequence would be site built right, which means the content of the present, we call the presentation.
Yeah.
If it is a hotel, you present it to the world.
Yeah.
World come, world don't like it, they go. They like it, they stay more, they go and tell to people, everybody comes. That approach. It's a web property, it's like a hotel property, right? So your presentation, and then you take into in the websites, it's the backlinks, which helps to increase the ranks, which helps to increase the traffic, which should help to increase the conversions, which is the sales, which helps to make more money. If all this goes up and this is not making sales, got to investigate on this. Is the traffic right? Are you ranking for the right keywords? Yeah. Right? So this thing of what is your bounces. So those are the main 5 parameters. They go back and forth and identified most probably when it goes to here, it's right if you got the right keywords right. If you got the right keywords and if you rank for the right keywords on the top, and if you got the right traffic, which means because of you rank for the right keywords, the traffic you get, because you did the right analysis, you'll get the right traffic. And if your product is good, it's going to be bought.
Gotcha. And a few different type of backlinks that you build for your clients, at least like, which kind of like give the most outcome. What are those kind of backlinking activities that you do?
Backlinks for like, we go hardcore for backlinks for even commercial pages, but not easy. They are like bot backlinks. Everybody do that. But however, what I really
outreach.
What's that? Outreach, right?
Yeah.
Outreach and ask what's the price for the link, right? So there is a way of it. People call it, but that's how the commercial markets move. Everything there's a price. And how I see is like they have to edit the article to put the link, right? So you have to pay for that. And you don't, so I don't get it when people say we should not pay for backlink. And I'm like, how is he going to pay for maintaining his website? Right? So outreach, discuss, pay the price to get the job done. It's not you're paying for the link, you're paying for the time of the human to do the job and add value to your thing. So because they have to go, maybe they have to publish a full article. So you have to pay for the time for that. That's how I see that. So you outreach and you get what you want, really, right? And of course, when you're making sure your website and the product is good, it has to be good. If you get the best backlink for a horrible content page, and if it rank, when bounce rate is high, Google is going to drop it no matter what backlinks you have.
That's right.
So the page has to be, so your product web page, the content has to be good for the relevant audience once it rank to serve for what they are looking for. Gotcha. Right? And that's being triggered to rank by backlinks. So going back to getting the backlinks part, outreach is one thing, right? Reaching out to competitors and even asking like, look here, I see you have a blog post. It's like, we are even happy to reference you. Would you also refer to us? We are also on the same game. However, we are not referring to the commercial page. We want to get relevancy back. So that one thing, some people like it, very tough to get those links. And the other thing is, so if you are, say, a local business or a affiliate or whatever operating in a set country in UK, we will try to get publications on top authority sites. It's PR, public exposure on news site. So if BBC have a mention, an article and a mention about how good is SeekaHost and Fernando, game over, right? It ranks, right? So you get the public exposure on a website which has built its authority and a place that people trust or go. When that communicates, this is good, this site's rank goes up. That's a very powerful signal. So how you get it done? Pay for link builders, pay for companies that do digital PR. You do outreach by your own company staff, right? Or else you write the most amazing list posts and market research data that people would one day, maybe, hopefully link to you, right?
That's right. And bro, when you do digital PR specifically, like, do you get do follow links? And that's a very well defined parameter that you tell the publication house, or you're still happy if you get like a sponsored post tag or stuff like that, because that again plays a very critical role, right?
Yeah, man, like there is a way to get it. Google my name, Fernando Raymond, and see like I have a full-on publication by myself on Entrepreneur, right? And look at the links. Do follow, no follow, everything, right? So we do. These are some things we talk on the SEO underground meetings only, right? These are like very, there is a way how the world works, right? There is a really a way. So there's some of things when I said like in a braggy manner, like some of the ranks, like it's insane. When I show them to employees of those search engine companies, when I have some of the friends, when I show them, do you see this? They're like, whoa, how you do that? And then when you have links from this, they're like, my God, right? So it's basically, so how do you win a vote and become a president in a country? You have to be liked by the people, one thing. There is other ways you have to seduce them. You have to cash out them, right? Overall, you have to be a good person that do good jobs. If your website is good, if the content is good, how you rank doesn't matter. And only way the rank is a matter that works, right? There are not ways you can put wrong, bad content, horrible content, build a horrible shop. Doesn't matter. You get the best links. You're not going to rank. Even if you rank, you're going to drop. So that you do a good work, build the property right? And then you get on the thing, then there is a way to get do follow link. Do follow links help. And no follow links. I'm getting no follow links from crazy sites. I love it. Look at no follow links to SeekaHost. SeekaHost app, getting no follow links. Look at SeekaHost no follow links from Wikipedia. They really help. So I'm still to understand the weight-wise people say, SEO guys, I only want do follow links. I'm like, give me the links. I want the reference. Do follow, no follow is basically putting a code, right? No follow and the things. I think that that's to make the job harder, right? Okay. So both links help. And to authority, when a do follow gives, that means I'm feeling it's you are endorsing straight up as it's a good source. When you put a no follow, you are like, I'm not endorsing it, but I'm referencing it. It's up to you to decide. So up to Google bots to decide if it is good to pass on SEO. So that's the practical thing that I'm trying to see, right? So when you give a do follow link, you're like, I'm full on with that. I love it, right? When you give a no follow link, you actually take an extra time to put the no follow code. The right way of linking on the web, you just link referencing. When you're doing Harvard referencing, when you're doing your TCS, when you're doing your master's dissertation, you're not going to put do follow, no follow. So you're not going to say this reference highly endorsed, this reference very less likely endorsed, so the professor can decide whether to pick it. We don't do like that, right? So I don't get it why this no follow comes from. All the links should be as picked as you're linking. How can you? So if you really, I did a very lot of research about it. I try to understand. So even my uni days. So when you write a paper, before the internet came, a paper that's been having more references, more sources, is the paper that the mass, the research panel would justify as a good paper, right? So, but on the paper, you're not going to say, this reference, do follow. That means I'm
so trustworthy.
It's trustworthy. This link, don't trust. And the professor would say, what the hell? If you don't trust, why you put the link? That's the thing. So guys, forget about do follow, no follow. We give every link from ClickDo, right? So because to price.
And Fernando, like, to be honest, when like you should always have a good blend of both. Like, say for example, if you have all do follow links, pointing to your site, that looks shady, right? It looks like it's not done in an organic.
I mean, okay, even from SeekaHost, as a practice from the early days, we did no follow links, so we kind of keep in it. But to be very honest, like I'm saying, like, so if you look at blogs like some bigger blogs, even I see like backlinko.com, Brandy, or even Neil Pade, they're getting good big traffic in a very competitive niche, right? All links I do follow. Other than if they are linking for a web hosting company on and on and on, then I think even still, if you look at, so they are like, and they're getting traffic, and so ideal way should be, don't even give a no follow link. That's, I'm trying to read this is an argument. I also, so even my personal blog and all, I think as a practice we have published, I have told like put a no follow and the stuff, but actually I deep down asked the question, right? From ClickDo, we used to have no follow links only when we are linking. Now we are like, I'm like, just link. Because if you are linking, why don't you fully believe what you're linking?
That's
so the thing is, if you add a no follow link, that's a suspicious thing of you may be charged for that link and you are still scared. You link because you got a favor, but you're like, I'm not sure, right? So no follow links comes so that's why Google, I'm feeling, they said put sponsored posts, put real sponsored, all these things, because then they can identify this guy doesn't trust on what he links.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing I was trying to feel. So ClickDo business blog, we placed, I told most of the writers, authors to just link, don't even spend time with the no follow code, and traffic is going up. So
makes sense.
Because if you link, you got to watch out who you link. So if you link to a bad quality site, either it's no follow link, it's a bad link. You link into the wrong source, right? So it's like that. If you can't on a, because this Google and the search engine came with the model of a research paper model. Research papers get picked up and industry standard, and it's a good paper that justifies an argument is when it has more references. You can't link to a bad reference and say like this is going to justify the argument. That's right? True. Likewise, why would you place a bad no follow link from your article?
Makes sense.
No, makes sense. So let's talk about it later, maybe. But I'm diving deep on it.
Brilliant, man. Let's talk about the parameters. Like you know, when you doing link building activity for your clients, and any prospect site that you finalize, on which parameters do you judge that prospect site? You know, which are the main KPIs you look into before finalizing it for your client? Thinking about your long-term benefit. So how do you approach?
Number one, niche relevancy. Is it the relevant with the niche? So if the client is on cryptocurrency, they're not going to link on a dog walking site, on a mommy blog or daddy fishing blog, right? So niche relevance is number one, and then that's that prospect site's quality of authority. So we use tools. There are tools that would look at the backlinks of that. So basically, when prospecting, niche relevancy is the first pickup point, the attractiveness, the looks, right? The relevancy. And then we do the investigation. Is it having good traffic? What are the keywords that it's getting traffic from? What are the backlinks that it has, right? So we could further break it down. So if it is getting good traffic for keywords and the backlinks are still not as many, but we can see it's picking up backlinks interval. So one backlink happened in a week ago, 3 weeks ago. So it's consistent, not that the last backlink happened in 2018, right? And then that means, so if the backlink, so when you look at a prospecting site, traffic can come, but if we see the last backlink on a tool shows built in 2016, then we are like, this site they're not actively doing, nobody cares right now. However, it has these niche relevant articles it wrote long ago, which are still ranking for some reason, but it's just a matter of it can tank, right? So we look at the backlinking time intervals for that site. So that could be the third parameter, right? And so that's actually good. And then of course it comes down when we approach how they come back, what are their guidelines? Would they will they put a niche edit with a little close with a reference link to the client site or something, or else would they accept a full-blown featured article that we can tell a story to the relevant niche of the client, right? And then it comes down to the price or what's the favor. Is it free? If there is a price, is it worth it? Can we pay the price according to what the client or the business owner can justify, right? Getting a backlink, it's PR, it's exposure, right? Two things. So if you publish on a good niche relevant site, it could rank, which will get traffic, which will pass it on to this site. Or else its site is already getting traffic. This article get featured on the home page. This could also get exposure. That's also a SEO benefit, right? So those are the parameters we look. And base wise, that's the thing. Niche relevancy, the prospecting sites quality and the backlinks it having, and then do they accept this full-blown articles, and what's the price, can we pay the price? So those are the 4 to 5 that core things to look after when going after parameters, because they have to respond. And then can you pay, or what's the procedure to get published, and can it be done in a timely time? If they say like 3 months to get published, we would lose a client by then, right?
That's true. That's right.
Yeah.
One of the challenges, Fernando, that I've seen, marketers face and businesses face is when you're doing outreach, when you're doing link building activity, right? What should be the ideal anchor text ratio? What should be the anchor text diversity? That any specific rule that you follow?
Branded. And not heavy anchors, commercial anchors. Google is smart enough. We tested that one of that niche. I said like we ranked really hard with really authority links, but they actually, their brand name had the direct anchor also keyword. So that's a EMD. So they get the real anchor advantage, right? So I would say if the site is built right with the right content, Google or whatever search engine knows what this site is about and what it needs to show up, right? And if the sites that's linking, building anchors are niche relevant sites, so this is a dental site, and if it gets content on dentistry, oral hygiene blogs, right? Health and well-being blogs, search engine bots knows it. This is what's referencing. So if you're referencing to an article or a page that also has the similarity, which is linking from a niche relevancy, anchor, don't go Dentist London, right? Maybe 1 time, 2 times, but it's pretty obvious. If you have 10 links, build Dentist London, Dentist London, Dentist London, you're going to get tanked, really. That's not the base. So because the anchors like density and all, don't believe. I've been a SEO consultant for years, done it, tested it, everything. I ranked for 3 years straight in this entire country for SEO consultant, #1. Right, that page is still on the first page, SEO Consult London, right? That page with the whole video and all. So I tested everything. What I realized was, like, if the content is right, and if you're getting the niche relevant news websites and everything is linking, it's actually good, right? Anchor text ratio, nobody can say you just need 5 links. Competitor has 6 links. No, there could be different things. Competitor has 6 links or 4 links, and their links could be powerful, and also you're not going to get the same anchors. That's misleading. That's not the way you compete, really. So anchors, when it's getting, go more branded plus partial anchor, partial keyword focus, and go after the keyword. So if you want to go after dentist in London or dentist near me, when you put on a keyword research tool, you will get like 10 or 20 keywords which are related with that keyword, right? So even on Google, when you search, so see what could be closely related and build those links. So if you aim to build 20 links, build those close 20 anchors with the goal to rank for this core keyword of this page. So that's the thing. It's concept. SEO, I'd say it's a strategy, but it's more of a art. Artist, you can't say, dude, you need to draw like this 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Artist, right? No, it's an art, right? So it's also SEO. There is a core strategy that you follow the fundamentals. However, you play about it with your time of entering the market, the quality of the content, how aggressively is the competition changing their anchor text, linking, building, everything, content models, the product service chain. All these things are very sensitive. So that's why a qualified SEO consultant expert who has 2 or more years of successful experience and done case studies is the people I can see at ClickDo. And people after like 2-3 years of really hammering, they get that. They know what the anchor. First comer comes, I know SEO, how many long you can work in agency? 3 months. They're like, oh, I'll be 10 anchors. It's not going to happen, right? So it comes with the experience. So it's like a doctor, right? Even the same operation, there is a way to approach it, but he knows how to navigate it. So that's the anchor text ratios and all. You play around, you see how so that's why very important. Rank trackers, backlink analysis, rank trackers are very important. ranks when you're building. Is it going down? Is it go down? How long did it go down? How long was it on the second page? Did it bounce again? It's a very client thing, very time-taking thing, but that's a very strategic thing to do. And with the experience, you master the thing and identify. Then you're like, okay, I don't need to get 10 anchor links. I'm just going to get 2 links, one from Forbes and one from BBC. 2 anchors. What are the anchor? Just the brand name. Still, it's picks up. Then somebody can't say I built 5 anchor texts in the relevant keyword as I still don't rank.
That makes perfect sense. Let's talk about, bro, like, how exactly do you go about planning the content as well? Like, because, for your PR, for everything that you do, anything resonates with marketing, your content is always the main pillar, specifically SEO. So what that process basically looks like for you, and how do you measure your content success?
So basically the quantity, of course, then the quality really, right? So if where the content goes, so if you are getting a publication going on, say, on a massively popular site, which very much relevant, and it's going to be on the first page appearing, and it's going to rank quickly because it went on a keyword, the exposure it's going to get is huge. So that alone, or going all in for that month or the week, is enough, rather getting very low quality 10 links.
Just checking what exactly your content process looks like. And, and also, like, do help me with a bit of your operation side as well. Like, do you have all the content writers in-house? Because you do work with
We have a lot of outside content writers. So even in-house, a couple of them actually, they will edit it and have a look, but we have outside content writers a lot. Many we have many we get from.
Yeah.
From UK native writers, depend with the quality of the post articles we want. A lot from India, from Africa, and we have many content writers. They've been doing for years for us, right? So massive content, because we're building a lot of blogs which are news publications. So if you look at like London Local Business, UK Business Magazine, e-business blog, hundreds of articles each, which are publications. We are building them like to be the biggest channels. So if you Google London Business News, writers write for that. And also a lot now, we don't, once you build a blog, you don't write it. People buy on it.
Yep.
Right? So people pay us and write and publish on it. They pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for each publication. They will write the article, they will send the article on behalf of their clients most of the time, or as their business. So yeah, writers, easy to find. If anybody wants writers, I know a lot of good writers, really.
Brilliant, man. And let's talk about, like, one of the good thing and still, like, one of the biggest time-consuming activity that I feel. When you plan content, the first thing that you do is keyword research, right? A lot of tools that I see, and they're like tons of them for keyword research, but I don't see an automation there on that particular angle. And still, like, marketers have to spend tons of hours, just coming up with that, targeted set of keyword altogether. How much, as an agency, like, how much time do you usually spend per client? And is there a way to kind of like speed that up?
I mean, it depends with the niche, right? If it's an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, it's a different story, right? And we always, as an agency, try to have very less amount of keywords. Tell to the client, let's focus on 3 to 5 really core keywords that have a lot of related keywords that will get you the most traffic, rather trying to go after so many pages with going after little keywords. So we try to, if somebody says I'm a plumber, if I'm a dentist based in Lancashire, right? We know the keywords that we need to research. We go to keyword research tools. There are several tools, right? I mean, my team uses it, right? I use in the days different tools, like major known tools are there, like we use Mirage, like Ahrefs. So those are tools that industry uses. Google Keyword Planner. So we'll play around, get an idea, look at the keywords, look what their competitors also ranking. We'll put the competitors particular page. So when we put a page, we will get an understanding. So if you are really going newly, what we will do, even from the client, we'll ask like, who is your main benchmark or the competitor that you believe is the thing. So to get the inside data, because they know their industry more than us offline wise, right? And we get so we look at that brands, what keywords they are ranking, identify them, how much traffic they are getting, get an understanding, try to map down those keywords for this particular site and say, present to the client saying, these are the key. We try to do it soon, 2-hour session maximum, really soon. Yeah, hours and hours, like if it really goes maybe like, so sometimes if somebody struggle with the keyword session, I'll get on the call with them, half an hour call maximum, 1 hour, even it won't really go. I'll go there, quickly say, they run through, they put on Ahrefs, they look at SEMrush, they put at Google Keyword Planner. Those tools are mainly we are also using, all right? And then I'm like, this keyword is right, put this competitor, look at the competitor site, quickly have several screens open and be like, conclude. These are the 10 keywords. That's all for the client for the next 6 months. That's about it.
That's brilliant, man. I mean, I've seen agencies spend tons of hours, like 8 to 10 hours bare minimum.
No, they maybe don't spend 8 to 10 hours, but they bill for 10 to 8 hours. That's how we do it. Yeah, you don't want to say you're doing it. I told you the truth, but when you want to bill it, you're not going to tell. So I'm now being very true on those things right now, what I'm talking, right? I want to keep it, but it's a different story. Maybe if you're having a client meeting for the first time, you can't bill for 2 hours, £1,000.
That's true.
Right, but when you say the keyword research is 10 hours, then you can say keyword research alone is $1,000, right? So that's how people. That's why people.
You're revealing trade secrets, man.
Yeah, let's keep it away.
All right. Let's talk about. I mean, your agency is pretty old now. It's been in business for years. Let's talk about the most successful SEO case studies. Any client that you've done wonders, and few metrics to please back that success here.
So we have this one of the clients in the dental industry, right? So we one of the most successful, which went for traffic over like over 70K up to some good months 100K. So that's in the dentistry industry by ranking them for the keywords like Invisalign cost, Invisalign dentist, what are the dentures like veneers like for the teeth. So that's a case study. I can even share you the link. It's on even ClickDo, right? And dental SEO case study even on YouTube, it's there, right? And so let me see if it is like
Should you pass it on, like, when we get
I'm gonna go to literally dot use. So yeah, it's a natural smiles, right? So I think it's the most traffic generating site. I just dropped you on Skype anyway. You can see, or else you can pass it on. I'm not gonna go about screen recording. So dental niche, it's this was actually done in 2021. Now traffic even grew further. So natural smiles. So that site, if anybody want to put the domain, every single keyword was ranked from literally scratch over a 2-year SEO period, and go proper content marketing, very identifying the proper keywords and very high-end level. These are SEO project, very high-end SEO projects. You spend the time, several people are involved. We have 2 account managers, 1 dedicated person talking to the client every day, if not every day, every week, whenever they need. So those are started, and that level, when you work with a client, that's the results you can get. Because they invest on content, and we get the best writers in the country write for them. And it's like English writers as well as all kind of writers who can really write about that subject. So that's a SEO study.
Dealing with health industry, you need to have really,
Oh yeah.
experts.
And one more other thing we do whenever we do those things, all the articles are approved by those dentists, because our orthodontist clients, we try to get it, because even though the writers write, it still goes to the client, and they will take several days and read it and approve it, and then onwards it goes live. We really put the science of it to the Google, and then it ranks. So this ranks for anybody can search naturalsmiles.co.uk. You can see Dinesh managed the case, entire client with his team underneath, and massive success for the client. Like emails, like, so client on top of that runs Google ads, right? Just to really boss the industry. And then I've seen several times client like emailing, Dinesh should show me like, oh, the client is asking to shut down that for the next 2 months, because they get inquiries come like phone ringing.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Right, from organically. So yeah, because they're literally ranking #1 for those tones.
Brilliant, man. And any horror, story that you would like to share, and lesson that you learned from it? Because in agency business,
so many were there. and my early days of SEO to a level, it went to like legal cases levels. Here you can't mess around. So you take a client, the site was already with the bad backlinks. For the next, you took the client, they paid you for the first month, and after 2 days, the Google update came. You haven't even still done anything. Google update came. So the client came on board on first page because they want to go to the top because the current provider couldn't do, but they were doing aggressive, lot of strategies that are also kind of red flaggy. Update happened in 3 days. Site is on 7th page. Client because paid to us and came. We never done anything yet. Right? But the site went to the, so those are massive horror things. So we will now have like no refunds. This is how SEO works. These are the things. On a meeting, we will try to identify the ideal client we want to work with, because if you take the wrong client on board, also some clients who will pay the price because you tell them and they come on board and they're like, dude, I pay for the last month, the ranks were just still there. So very pain in the ass. Those become to horror level. And also anyway, SEO client consultancy have a number of clients, but it's not only the way SEO industry consultants can make money. Agencies can make money with a lot of things. So as agents, we've said no for more clients than saying yes ever. We're not even worried, like to clients, we're like literally, because client SEO is fine with the offline client who got the money and willing to pay. If not, you are just taking like a bad marriage. You're just marrying a person because you have nobody and you just can't sleep in the same house, So it's like, it becomes that toxic and bad, because some clients will keep on calling you and like, my ranks are not picking up. Oh, I searched, it was at 7th point, now it's at the 8th point. Is it falling? So it's a very thing. So it's a horror with the wrong clients all the time. So many over there, many cases like had to be meetings, convince them, show them, and then some clients had to work without getting paid for 3 months to recover the rankings because they want to go to courts and everything. Like major horrors were there in this industry.
I think, Fernando, we're coming to an end here, and I would like to have a quick rapid fire with you. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rapid fire. Okay, rapid fire. Let's fire them up, right? Really anything. What you got?
Perfect. What was your last impulse buy?
The last?
Impulse buy.
Impulse buy. So, man, I buy anything I see. I'll buy an iPhone when I see, because of the new one came, and so I bought the Google Pixel latest, and then the iPhone 13 Plus came, and I bought that. Now Google Pixel, I never use it, so it's brand new. And before that, I had the next version iPhone. So phones, I kind of buy the latest always, but if it is red color, if it is sexy and everything. So those are some of the buys. Like I'm like buy, and I'm like, now I'm like, how can I use that? Because and then I want to give it to parents or somebody.
Yeah.
So phones are some of the buys, and also some crazy stock market buys, like not stocks, basic cryptocurrency, because the hype was there. I never thought some would crash that bad. Right? And for the thing, so sometimes after a hard day's work, I'll open up my Coinbase account, my Revolut account, just buy for, I would see the trend, but buy for fun. Like it's the trigger, like you're like, oh, it's okay. Just buy some 10 coins, 10 to 20 coins, and 100 coins, like. So, those normal level, very volatile coins that you can make money quickly when they go. So I do those buys, and you're like, last few days, like my Litecoin investments were like gone 80% down. Dogecoin, I think it's even sounds scammy. So I think my Dogecoin portfolio is like 90% down. So there were some things, you do those buyings because of the, but it's experience. I love it. It's like
it gives you adrenaline rush. How do you remember all your and your clients' passwords?
No, I don't even know my passwords.
Yeah, how do you...
my some password, but I have a password list which I all on pen drive. So whenever I want, I will have copies of it. So many passwords, I will only remove my bank account, or even there are several actually. So I try to have it, because you need to change it occasionally also, not really. So clients, I have no idea. Passwords.
All right. What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning?
Oh, the work is SeekaHost. Just such a hobby. I have a hard time just like be on the bed till little late fasting 7 because like I need to sleep 7 hours, right? To be like on full game, right?
Yep.
So I just want to jump out of the bed.
You're an early bird, right?
Huh?
You're an early bird, right?
Not the earliest, but I would be early, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, right? So it's not the earliest, but some days when if mine is really curious, mine would wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on those things. So like, so I'm living and breathing SeekaHost app. It's really fun. So these days launching the domain checker, domain expiry checker, DNS checker. So I'm working with the developers. So they start in Sri Lanka a little early time, right? So I can't wait till UK time. So, but I try to force myself to be on the bed and sleep, because then it's good when I come to the day. But some days, yesterday, early morning, under 5 hours of sleep, previous day, 5 hours of sleep. So then I feel it, you know, and today, yeah, slept till little late, you know, so, so jumping out of the bed, I always, anytime, right? Because the work is that fun. It's like, it's a hobby though. It's just a hobby. It's not even work.
Yep, gotcha. And what's your last Google search?
PBN hosting. I think that was.
So you were just checking your own rankings.
Yeah, we check our own rank. I don't check my clients' rank. I don't even like some favoring clients. There are some that I cater on, like Ravish Trimol, which I have some very friendly clients.
Yep.
Other I don't check. Here and there maybe. So PBN hosting, why I checked was, why I said this, we were at number 1 all the time, but yesterday or day before we saw a person came number 2 almost near. Oh. And then I was like, check it, did he outrank? I could feel he was coming right on the rank trackers and all when I looked. So that's a keyword I search every few times a week. I would be just to know that even though the rank tracker search, I want to make sure. So several keywords, that's the very last. I would search for SEO consultant. I would search for business web hosting, right? Because we're on the first page. We are like, how can we go to number 1? So it's most of a like as in a client's owner, you know, because I don't, my team would look at the rank trackers in a client meeting, because who checks your ranks is either you or your buyer.
That's
right. So what I learned, one thing for SEO consultant London, I look at that number 1, the amount of traffic, not the traffic, about the visits and the clicks you get and the inquiries.
Yeah.
Because it shows 5,000 plus searches a month for SEO consultant London in the UK. It's all searched by SEO consultants. Right? It's
you're
like
with Google, man.
Yeah, so you can trick it. So you can run the thing more than you do. I've done for some other things with my staff, because we have like 30 plus staff. So I will give several people, say, every day search this particular keyword, and in 2 months it will reflect on SEMrush and Ahrefs. When the update happen, when they pick up the new search queries, volumes and all, it will pick up. So you can trigger. It's like a person who search, right? So so because the people who also look at it, because they love it. So I have my, because on the Ravish Trimol niche is some of the industry that I started. The first, I have clients who are like my friends, like they're like, bro, like that's that level. Like we be friends, we travel, like that's the client. So they search and they're like, they would send me a screenshot, bro, ranks on number 7. They search it, right? Because they want to make sure rank tracker is there, but they also want to see in their own nice way it ranks on the Google also. So that's unstoppable. But the SEO industry, most searches in the SEO industry are done by SEO guys who are doing SEO for their own sites. So don't get buy into the real volumes of it, not business owner looking. But there are no 5,000 searches by business owners in UK for SEO Consult London. Because there are like tens of thousands of SEO consultants, everybody searching at least every day or every week about their ranks.
Yep. That's correct. Yeah. And let's, coming to my last question, what's some of the best business advice you have ever gotten?
Ever gotten or ever given? Where I got?
Yeah, you got.
Man, just like you go all in when you believe on a business, right? So like literally don't, and the one thing, like don't go into the business to do and see how it goes. I have several people went on, right? These actually I got in from readings and some people that the mentors or anything that I virtually saw or followed or read their stuff. I'm like, go all in, then figure it out, hold on it. So nobody, going to a web hosting business is really tough, right? It freaks out. Still I remember like my uncle or dad, like they know that Amazon is running the business. Google is there. Go like, and
Yeah,
then
big
I'm
guy.
like, because the thing so go to the industry that has the biggest players, because you know why? You can even be a player and learn from what they are doing and eventually try to be big and get you a share, because that's where a bigger player is already dominating, right? So it's like there are so many bakeries, but there are still bigger bakery doing better, but there are also smaller bakeries also catching up, right? And one day, one of them could be bigger. Same thing. Search engine industry. YouTube, Yahoo was killing it. Who's killing now, right?
That's things change. Like there's time for everything.
So yeah, go all in if you believe and if you like it. If you have the skill, if you like it, and if you can enjoy doing it all day, every day, and think even if you can do it in even 10 years time, 20 years, and the stuff, jump in, go for it, because don't have hesitation, go all in. And if you also started, just really stick to figure out. That's what I would say. Not like it's maybe not working, maybe just go and work at my job. No, you went all in, just be all in and figure it out and do it. That's the way I've been doing it. That's working so far.
That's very wise, actually. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you for all
nice one, man. Really good to talk. Very power talk. Very good session with you. Very, very interesting.
Thanks.